Stage 2 is norming. This is where you create habits, practices, and rules. That's why Muka will tell you 5 rules that you need to observe when you're here, things like that. That is norming, to just ensure that we understand each other. Yeah. This defines how your members will interact. When he's doing that here, he's defining how we'll interact with each other so that we can have an effective time. They could be unwritten, unmentioned, yeah, that members should be aware of and be willing to comply. There's some unwritten rules. So yeah, but anyway, that is to explain the unwritten rules. They might not be unmentioned. They might be unmentioned as well. Yeah. But if you feel, me, that's what I usually tell someone. If I don't want to carry your secret, I'll tell you that so that whatever you tell me is in a burden. So yeah. Norms to consider: confidentiality. Yes, confidentiality. So as I'm saying, when I don't want to carry your secret, I won't let you tell it to me. But when I let you, it means I'm okay carrying it. Yeah. So ensure that there's confidentiality in your group. If something is supposed to remain a secret, let it be clear to everyone that this remains here. Yeah. And ensure that that is followed. Openness. Be open to each other, trust each other, be respectful of our differences. In small groups, we have very many people, different people, yeah, different faiths, different tribes, different courses, different everything, yeah. So be mindful of that. Judging others, don't be quick to judge. Give feedback, yeah. If something is not sitting well with you, just let the person know, other than kwenda kwa chini ya maji and talking about it behind people's back. Attendance, those are things that you also need to discuss. Do you expect everyone to come, ama you don't? Yeah, and on time. Yeah, and then 8 components of a strong small group. So there's a flyer somewhere there that you will be given to you. It has that 8 components of a strong small group. So you'll see what those components are. You can have a discussion with your members when you go back to your small group to ensure that your small group is actually strong. So others you need to consider, I think that one you've mentioned, setting ground rules. Beside the facilitation model, someone was saying you give your members a chance to lead and guide conversations. Sometimes I think some groups, they just want a coordinator to, be sharing topics and things like that. If that's your style and it works for you, well and good. Sometimes you might bring in a professional or an expert in your group to talk about something. If that is agreeable with your members, go ahead and do it. Avoid titles. In our life, we don't use titles. We try to avoid them as much as possible. I think there's someone who was calling themselves the president of some university, small group. EYLF small group. So yeah, I mean, well, I think the minimum we can do in EYLF, we call ourselves coordinators. From the country coordinator, from the programs coordinator to the communications coordinator, all of us are coordinators. That's the title you can use. Yeah. Encourage regular retreats, just hanging out, the picnics, the sleepovers. If you can afford to go to a hotel, why not? You can save a whole year, right? Na muende somewhere. Ama nyinyi comrades. Yeah, comrades wako na pesa. Hii ni narrative natuzia hapa, you don't have money. You have money. So you can save and, you can afford to just spoil yourself. Questions about relationships should be addressed. I think that has been an issue in some groups where unakuta kuna love affair. Coordinator ni boyfriend, assistant ni girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. So those should be addressed. You should sit with your members and be like, hey guys, we are dating. Me and my assistant, we are dating. Mnataka bado tuendelee kuwa lead ama mnatakaje? Democracy. Eh? Familia. Eh? Yeah, democracy is encouraged. It doesn't mean that it cannot. There are people who have led like that, and it's okay with their groups. But if it will cause destabilization in your group, it needs to be addressed.